and welcome to this week's episode of the Duskmourn Chronicles. We're all smiling because we haven't sat around this table for ages. For you, it feels like we were here last week Friday, which is brilliant for you. Not so much for us. Who remembers what we were doing?
I think we were playing Dungeons and
Doggies.
something like that.
Oh, that's right. We were playing the ancient old edition now, which everyone will be referring to as I remember when that one came out. That would be, of course, D&D 5th edition, not the latest one. 2024. So if you're wondering, that's why they're not doing things from the latest handbook, because it's only just come out and only one of us has read that book. Two of us? Only one of us. Just one of us. From cover to cover?
Just the warlock stuff, the important things.
Oh, I read the cover. So,
I looked at it and I know it as well as no 5th edition, so that's not very well.
yes! We're all on the same page on that one.
It's luckily we have a Maurice at the table.
Exactly. And so Dice of Destiny is going to tell us who's going to do the recap from last week.
Definitely not our last episode coming up, by the way.
He said ominously.
Ominously.
But who knows? Who knows? Okay, here we
Die
are.
has not been cast, as it were.
As toi.
Tis about to be cast.
Die is about to be cast, everyone.
And
Aliyah,
it tis. Number 10. Number 10 is you, sir. You have been dyed and cast.
You've been
Damn and blast that die is cast.
You've been
Speak
alien
fast.
Dr. Estet.
Avast. So, some stuff happened, and we're here now. Anywhere you go, you are there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm going to take...
You just persuaded.
Yes. So, there's a couple of things going on. There's a man being tortured in a tent who goes by the name of Gottfried. He's missing an ear, about to be pulled into the Shadowfell by our foe...
Fasac.
Fasac. That was the one. Who's led the invasion of the centaurs against the dwarven fortification. We have split even further than just one of us going off. There's two people together by the name of Doran and Georgie who are in the woods and have convinced a party of centaurs to turn against their master.
We have very important maps and books with us.
8 centaurs.
And they have the living map of Braxia that their centaurs were originally commanded to return to Fasac.
Really important book.
Yeah, but instead, I think they're going to go and try and kill him.
Let's see.
So that's fun.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Avery, or Avaradus as it is now, slunk away. You know, just potted about a city for a bit and didn't...
Took in the sights.
Took in the sights. Didn't convince a whole invading army to about face and turn on their morals. And we're going to charge and see what happens. There we are.
I do think you've left out one critical little detail about your convincing an entire army to charge. That you were taking responsibility for the 3,000 dwarf souls.
That's not going to bite you in the ass out.
Well, it's either that or there would be none left alive. Who knows?
It's a heavy burden.
So heavy.
And so that is where we find ourselves. Right, who to begin with? You know what? I'm not in charge. The dice are in charge. So we will decide who to begin with. 1 through 7 is Avery and his army. 8 through 14, 15 is Godfried, and the rest is the rest. So, what did I say? Godfried.
Right.
The portal is open, and Fasac is about to head through. And you can see the chamber beyond this portal. Give me a perception check, if you please.
Sir, yes, sir. Dear God. Well, I just have lost an ear, so that's a 3 plus 2 is 5.
Excellent. You cannot see beyond your own tears.
What does
Perhaps.
Fasac look like?
That's
Up
a
close.
very good question. So Fasac, in today's episode, because I have some notes, Fasac looks to be a collection of shadows and smoke, bundled together underneath this very dark, heavy, black robe. But when he speaks to you, you sort of see this humanoid face forming. So it's like looking at a face that's been made entirely out of smoke. but it's swirling and moving around.
Can I do an Arcana check to suss out what's going on with this guy?
You can indeed.
Thank you very much. Luck be a lady tonight. Okay, that's all right. 23.
There's no reason for all of that mystical stuff. I mean, there is a certain dread that it inspires, but it seems to be a lot of magic just for a bit of a
Cosmetic.
show. So if it's not then cosmetic, then it needs to be functional. Do you think he is actually just a collection of gases as a undead sort of thing? Well, undead have never really pinged up except for the ones that are running around all over the place. So perhaps it might actually serve some sort of function in terms of keeping him here. Because you definitely know that he's not a native of this plane.
And he's certainly not like the Vok.
No, the Vok are just dark-skinned individuals
but they're
who have
corporeal.
grown up in the Shadow Realm. Correct.
Interesting. I have really only one trick left up my sleeve at this point, and it's good old-fashioned detect thoughts that I can cast once a day without using a spell slot. Why not? I'm about to go to the Shadowfell, so let's have a look into Fasac's mind.
You have a look into the Fasac's mind, and his surface thoughts are... Because he doesn't get a saving throw at this point. It's only when you dig deep.
Exactly,
Yes.
which I will be doing, but not just
Yes, his surface thoughts at this moment in time, he is eager to do right by his master. And if that means dragging your miserable corpse across into the Shadowfell, that's fine. Because currently there is a delay with this invasion, which he is wanting his master to overlook. Your fiery explosion comes to mind. And so if he can present someone who can prove that the book is genuine or is a fake, that puts him in a better light.
Brownie points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is what is going through his mind at this moment in time.
Gonna pry a little further.
And he gets a wisdom saving throw at this point.
Yeah, so DC 17.
Oh, I set the dice up for rolling there, but there's a whole bunch of minifigs there, and I don't want to hurt them.
Ooh, someone
natural one. You pry deeper into his mind, and his thoughts are this dwarvish campaign. He will be very happy once it's over. He hates this plane and cannot wait for his master's final plans to come to fruition.
So we can kind of go home.
Or this plane just gets converted into the Shadow Realm.
Right. It's kind of an Aidan Smith vibe.
Yeah, he doesn't like this place. He's been here for a very long time and he just wants to go home. And there's also a part of him which hopes that this book is fake. Because it would be nice for his master to be brought down a peg.
So there's a little bitterness there, a little
bit, but
resentment.
that sort of flickers momentarily, and then it's more a case of, and why have they not returned yet with the map and the book? There is also that sort of flickering around the back of his mind.
Given that he rolled a 1,
Yeah.
what I'm specifically looking for
Yeah.
is a weakness that I can leverage in some way, shape, or form, exploit. Especially when it comes to his relationship with what I assume is Shaidoth or whatever his master is. Or something to do with this portal that a person in my position, a magic person, might exploit to get me the fuck out of here.
The portal was created by that silver sphere, which you've seen before, very
And he's
briefly.
holding that.
He is holding that, correct. So, yeah, in terms of weakness against his master, he seems to believe in the power-sharing model of he's in charge. One day I'll be in charge. I'll give him respect because I want my minions to give me respect. I think it's called Gramsci's law of power sharing. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, nothing sort of immediately springs to mind.
If I kick him in the ankle, he's not going to fall over and die. So,
It's Achilles' heel.
Yeah, Fasac's heel, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Fasac's heel. Yes.
so I'm being dragged towards this portal.
Well, he steps through
Oh, he steps through.
first. Yes.
Just before he goes,
Yes.
can I ping a little thought into his head via my telepathy?
Sure.
Now, given that I've just detected thoughts, I haven't heard the voice of his master, so I can't emulate that.
Right. And he would know it's coming from you anyway.
He would know it's coming from me anyway. Okay, so what I'll just do is I'll say, I know his plan for you. I know his plan for you. It's not good. And that's it.
The dice are in your favour. He pauses as he's about to step through the portal. And he looks at you. What could you possibly know?
I know what the Crepuscularium does. And you will never be able to go home again because your home will not exist in the manner that you understand it.
He lurches forward, almost doubling in size. The room darkens as you say this. Georgian Doran,
Struck a nerve.
you are you
Talking
are
to
morning run. Yes.
So last time we left off, they were basically we had kind of persuaded them that they need to do something for us, but they were at a loss of what to do. So now we are going to talk to them and try and convince them what the plan is.
Yeah.
And what is the plan?
The plan is we're going to be your prisoners. We're going to wait for the right opportunity, get in there. We can take them by surprise if we all work together. But we have some documents that if he gets his hands on, it's not going to be a good thing. Is one of you willing to take these documents and get the fuck out of here?
We were sent to collect these documents.
Say that we have hidden them deep in the forest. That's why we're your prisoners now, because we won't tell you where we've hidden these things.
And one of the centaurs has gone to retrieve them.
Yeah.
But actually that centaur will have the documents. Look, this is your only chance. We need to get close to Fasac. Together, the centaurs and us, we may have a chance. Choose one rider, one brave soul. Take these documents, ride into the forest, collect your women, collect your children, and as a group, travel to safety towards the Dwarven kingdoms. And at that moment, I'm going to rip off my insignia of my Dusk Knight from my cloak. And I'm going to hand it to Morning Run. This insignia will buy your women and your children safety. Take it to the capital city together with the books. Wait for us there. We will come if we can. If we don't, at least these books will not be in the hands of your dread masters who are turning everything you love and hold into darkness and death. Says Doran.
I assumed it was Doran, not just Pointer.
Doran! Oh, right.
What?
Yeah. Okay. That makes much more sense now.
Keep it light. Keep it light. He's making notes.
We can do this, but what of the others that journey with you? Fasac can read minds.
You mean you centaurs coming with us, you mean?
We have to take you prisoner, do we not?
Yeah. We just need to get close as possible. And then our hope is that my friend Georgie and I, we are warriors of a certain level. And together with you centaurs, we need to close down and engage with this Fasac as soon as possible. With us 7 centaurs and 2 of us, 9 people, 9 warriors. Those are 9 spears to try and drive through his heart. Let us do it together as quickly and as ruthlessly as possible.
You are strong and brave warriors. If you can steal your bodies, you can steal your minds.
I have a prayer I would teach you if you will listen. And all you need to do is repeat this prayer over and over in your mind. It might shield you somewhat from Fasac's prying mind. And I will look at the centaurs and I will whisper Doran's prayer, the one he whispered so many days, weeks ago in the cellar after we escaped from the Undercroft back in Howland Lee. And I will say, just repeat this mantra. Halvoth will protect you. And I say to him, life from death, death from life. The sacred cycle spins. A tapestry of souls, every end begins. Halvoth, guide our steps, steady and true, at night's end, to find our way back to you. And I look at the centaurs. Halvoth's words will steel your minds and lend strength to your arms.
Is there a shorter version of that?
Probably just the first sentence will suffice.
You literally made me spit in myself.
Listen, repeat after me. At least I didn't give you the 3-verse version.
That is the short version.
The centaurs are like, could you say the second part? Yeah.
Trying to say prayers in a second language is very challenging.
It really is. All right, they are convinced that this is the right course of action. Well, this is a course of action. They know they have to stop Fasac. They have seen their brothers turned into undead skeletons. So they are repeating this prayer.
Georgie just has more question for them. When your leader was taken down by Fasac, when was that?
A few days ago.
Okay, so he had
The new leader.
the new leader.
Yes.
How many leaders has he gone through?
4.
Wow. Okay.
Holy shit.
And this is not Flaming Breeze, the shaman?
No, he is a shaman.
Right.
They are not allowed to rule.
I mean, his strength was, he had a connection, a portal to the Shadowfell, which we hope we've managed to close, so hopefully he's not as strong as when you saw him take down your leader.
His power may wane on this plane.
I hear what you're saying.
Stop fucking rhyming.
So there's voice from a tent on the other side of the beach.
Yes, and the last point is, and do you know where our friend is being held captive?
He is in the main tent with Fasac.
The main one. Okay. Well,
We will take you directly there.
Okay.
Our instructions were to bind you.
loosely, please. I hand him my mace. Keep it handy. I may need it. And I drop it by accident. And I give him my mace.
All right,
Not
so
really
you
that type
are
of cleric.
de-armed and loosely bound,
Mm.
and you begin your walk into the encircling undead hordes of centaur. Avery, how goes, my lord?
It goes well.
Yes.
Strategizing to a degree. The plan.
What is your plan now? Says the bloodthirsty dwarf who hacked the Vok to death.
And I love that energy for you.
Someone had to take action.
More of that energy, man.
I can see where you were coming from. In the moment, perhaps a bad idea, but you took action, and I respect that. Now heed me once more. This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to ask that the infirm and those not suitable to fight remain behind. You and I are going to lead the foot straight towards the enemy at a run, making as much noise as we can. Our centaur companions, who are still with us, presume, you are going to gather your reinforcements within the walls, and you're going to perform a flanking maneuver once we've engaged the enemy. I see this as our best way to strike with confusion and swiftly deal with them. If they see you charging at them first, they won't initially understand why, but I think our best chance will be when they're engaged.
You want 900, give or take, dwarves to charge into that army of undead, whilst we wait for our hoofed friends here to swing around the side.
Yes.
What if we crumble before they even get to flanking?
Well, then I suggest you don't crumble. Is my have you hold of holding the line?
Now remember, people, no crumbling at this juncture, please. No crumbling, all right?
You hear that, lads? We're not allowed to crumble, says our weak little human.
I have heard that the dwarves are hardy folk. Now's your time to prove it.
Oh, we'll prove it, all right. Your little flankers, they probably won't even arrive in time for the battle.
Well, they do have the advantage of swift heels, swift hooves.
The centaurs all sort of grumble and nod and say, we will engage before the dwarves even get there from a flank. We're that fast.
No.
And the dwarves are, is that right?
All right, there'll be time
You
enough.
listen here.
Let's not start this right now, you
There's
two.
going to be plenty of time.
You
once
two
we've-
guys and your internecine conflict.
Once we're done with this conflict, we will need time for the healing, but first comes the hurting, eh?
Right. That means the centaurs are going to need to go out the port gate. That will get them into the western fields, and then they can swing all the way around. That should buy enough time for them to make this a surprise. What if they counterattack whilst we're attacking? They seem pretty intent on destroying the city. They might not care that we're engaged with their undead.
You suspect the centaurs of betraying you? Is that what you're saying? Or are you suggesting the...
No, I'm saying the undead army that's out there.
Yeah, well, they
Their
just ignore
focus
us.
didn't seem to care too much on taking lives. It was more on taking a city.
Then we'll have to chase them down from whatever angle. Right. It's going to be a dynamic situation. The best laid plans and all that.
Right. Well, I'll put the weakening farm on the walls, all the same.
Sounds good to me.
In which case, we'll probably be ready in half an hour.
Okay. Tell me, have you seen any ship captains with fantastic hats stood around the walls in the last few days?
You single-minded bastard.
I reckon
half an
I've got
hour.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Sadly, if not,
All right. No matter.
most of the captains went down with their ships.
I've heard word from Captain Benteen. I know her to be alive.
I see. Well, if there are, they'll be in amongst the humans, no doubt.
I don't know if I have time to stop in, so maybe it's best kept for afterwards. I can't afford any distractions right now.
Right, you are. 1.5 hour later, we're ready.
In real time.
That was very quick on that. Right, well, let's you and I stand front and center. Do you have any lieutenants you trust?
Right, plenty.
Well, have them watch the wings and have them ready the fighters to face any potential charges from any side.
We have got a reporting from one of our scouts that we put up in the last remaining tower. It looks as if the centaurs outside are still working for the Nasty, and they appear to have taken 2 prisoners, one of which is a dwarf and the other one is a fairly large human female.
Okay, well, damn.
They're still alive.
Exactly.
At least they were until they were swallowed up by the undead.
If they're taking prisoners, then we've still got time. And that makes this fight all the more challenging. Let's try not to push all the way through to the tents until we're ready. Let's conquer the undead army first, and then cohesively we'll ransack the camp. But keeping in mind that we may have friendly actors within the tents.
I hate fucking actors.
Not as bad as role players.
Yeah. This is no time for mummery.
Good heavens. Very well. Quickly, moving on. Fasac literally sort of surrounds you with this black smoke. What do you mean?
This is hardly the time for
You see as Hand is obviously casting a spell. You strongly suspect your thoughts are being read.
Oh shit! Right. Okay, so I'll be perfectly honest. And what's foremost in my mind is exactly the nature of the Crepuscularium and its various theses about the relationship between the planes. And I'll deliberately rehearse in my head the notion that the Crepuscularium, if it's used, destroys any kind of hierarchy amongst gods, etc. And
Do you wish to make a wisdom saving throw?
I'll
Because
make
you
a
can
wisdom throw.
feel he is digging
digging.
deeper.
that is a 17.
He looks at you and he says, "Open your mind."
I have.
You are resisting.
And perhaps your probing is too weak. I was able to probe you rather easily. A battle of minds.
I mean, yeah, it was.
No.
Holy shit!
Now, is this advantage or disadvantage? 'Cause
Unfortunately, it's with advantage because you're the one who's bound.
that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You're the one who's bound. He sticks his hand into your face, and it is the worst migraine you have ever had. Possibly because you are still seeing his wrist sticking out of the front of your head, and you're feeling his fingers squeezing your brain. Yes.
Like a stress ball.
You can see his
My brain-
skin distend under
My
the
brain is not supposed to beat in the way my heart does, but it's doing that.
No, you take 18 points of psychic damage.
Unconscious. He's overdone it.
He has. The two of you, as you are moving through these undead centaurs who have formed a defensive ring around the trebuchet, hear this tremendously loud bellow of anger coming from within. It doesn't sound like Godfrey. It's definitely deeper and less German. And then a shout for a name, which causes some commotion amongst the ranks as you're moving through. But the undead are literally just these centaur carcasses standing there. Most are still with rotting flesh and meat hanging off of the bone. And they just watch as you walk past them, deeper and deeper into this camp. There are thousands that you are walking through. There are some normal centaurs as well in amongst. You can see they have not yet been turned. They're not looking too happy either about everything. But after a while, you are shown towards the collection of tents.
As we are walking along,
Yes.
I'm standing and walking next to Morning Run. I'm saying, Morning Run, please, when it starts, rally the other centaurs, the live ones at least. Bring them to our cause as well. You will know when it starts because I'm going to either cast a spell in the tent which will consume the tent in silence. At that point in time, that's when we make our move. Do you understand, Morning Run?
I will try, but I have very little standing within the herd.
You need to do your best.
He nods.
If the undead centaurs, your former brethren, start to close in on us, I am able to turn some of them, hopefully many of them. Stay close to me, Morning Run.
You are led to what? It's slightly bigger than the other tents, but as you are approaching, this elderly centaur is being herded through by two Vok. And the Vok put their hands up and they say, "You must wait." And then the elderly centaur is taken into this tent. you hear some mutterings.
Fucking heal me.
I should back up again.
Just leave me unconscious. I don't want to be part of this fight. I'll live longer.
Trying to have a nice sleep.
Oh, you get back 18 hit points.
Oh,
Oh,
you can survive.
Giveth
on
and he
mind
taketh
flail.
away. As you sort of come round again, there is this aged centaur looking over you, and this very strong smell of sage, and your face feels like it's got some sort of mud pack on it. It's quite soothing in a way. Your headache is definitely going, and the old centaur sort of steps back, nods, is being escorted out.
Can I ping him a thought?
Give me a
Go.
perception check
Oh, perception.
as you are coming around.
It's 12.
12. The tent flap is opened aside, and for a brief moment, the three of you see each other. You see them, but you see them bound and flanked by centaurs who are holding their weapons.
So I think, yeah, right. Okay.
And you see him bound, very bloodied, with a bizarre green face mask on. Looks like he's at a spa, except for the missing ear, which is now completely healed over because of all the magic. But bound in a chair with this looming, writhing mass of black shadow in the form of Fasac standing right next to him.
I think as soon as Georgie sees Gottfried, she's gonna Gottfried, let go of him. Is he all right? She's like gonna start making a fuss and kind of trying to distract Fasac from get interested in these lot for a bit.
Fasac immediately looks from Gottfried to the commotion outside, and you can see his hand waving, and the Vok pull the tent flaps shut.
Hey, what are you doing to him? I won't tell you where those books are unless you come and talk to me.
Oh, interesting.
Can I
I'll
also
come to you now.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go for it, Gottfried.
Oh, right. I just want to ping the centaur guy, the old guy. I thought, I'll just say there is a chance.
The old centaur quickly rushes off and gets a lottery ticket. No, he is a well. You ping the message.
Yeah, I'm not detecting his thoughts or anything. I'm just,
Yes. He pauses momentarily, and then there's this shouting Georgie outside, and the tent flap is pulled shut. And that is going to precipitate us to go into the mother of all initiatives. As the dwarves charge out of the citadel, crumbled gate, the centaurs charge out of the western gate of the seaport, and life gets complicated.
I hope they brought pikes and shields, by the way.
You have advantage from me.
Who?
I have advantage,
The
thank
dwarves.
you.
The dwarves brought war hammers and shields.
Pike is a weapon, man.
Yeah, but
Can't have a shield and a pike.
And a dwarvish pike is really just like a slightly longer walking stick. Or a spear,
Sharp.
really. It's
Sharp
just
walking
sharp.
stick.
none of them got anti-charging.
No, not so much that. That's part of the reason. Right, so...
Oh, Jesus. This is not the fucking
It's
time
better
for this
than mine.
shit.
That's not so bad. That's a nice change for me.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, could be worse. Right, Doran, what did you get?
4. Not what I wanted to see.
Put you down here. Georgie.
18.
Oh, nice. Godfrey.
3. Yeah, you were expecting that, were you?
No. Avery.
19.
Oh, Avaradus.
Avaradus, 19.
19. Look at that. All right, so this is our final share of the day.
The final countdown.
The dwarvish army will be acting on you.
You don't have 2,000 cards here?
What I realize is I need this.
What is that?
Dwarves.
Oh.
Oh. My bad. I only wrote the names on one side, didn't I? So you don't know what's on this side. No, isn't that just smart?
Didn't you want to give out inspiration at the beginning of the session?
I
again?
did.
You did, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Well, I gave it to those that deserve it.
Oh, shit. That's fair.
No, no. Why would I want to?
Oh,
grab?
just fishing.
Oh, I see.
Gaslighter.
Don't take it back.
Right, and then our split army of centaurs. Right, so giant battle, love it. I will cover the battle rules
Yes, don't cuddle.
for when we get there. So Everardus, whose card will be updated at some point. Everardus, you are charging into a cluster of undead. What do you do?
Charging into a cluster of undead.
Very good. You may charge.
Okay, how far have we got to cover distance-wise?
In terms of distance, as you break out of the main gates, the undead see your dwarvish charge at 20 feet around, and they will turn immediately and break down upon you. So, where we have got time for a diagram. Now let's do it this way. All right, so these are the Citadel gates. Whiteboard marker, not permanent. Just making sure.
Yeah.
For lack of scale, I'm going to say here are the tents. Over here. Then we have the dwarvish contingent coming out here. I'm just going to put it as a big D there. We've got the centaurs out here. And then we have the undead, which form a perfect circle around this whole thing. And we just put that as a U there.
Okay.
And so now what is happening is this. We've got, I'm just going to break it up into 3 for now. Undead, 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 dwarves, and centaurs.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to put a body count here.
God. Grim.
800 dwarves. 3,000 centaurs. Was it 3,000? 2,000? 1,000. No. The 1,000 centaurs were remaining in the city. There is only one Fasac, which is lucky.
Is there anyone if I say?
And then
I think
Fasac
4,000
turns out to be a Millwall
Yes.
supporter.
remember, the dwarves were quite confused as to why you wanted to charge in the middle of them, but that's fine.
Okay.
So that's where we find ourselves at. What are you doing? You are charging into a cluster of centaurs who are charging towards you. Undead.
Okay, so as we make through the city gate, I will readjust my plan now I have a better sense of scale and what is happening.
Hold! Turn around! Retreat!
Essentially, there will be about half of us running forth through the gates, drawing attention.
Uh-huh.
The other half lining the inner sides of the gates, and we'll pull back and let them hit us, and we'll have a formation around the gates so that we can have some sort of defensible position and not just get overrun within the first 5 seconds.
The dwarves did raise that question.
Yeah.
You dismissed them, but yes, okay, very good, very good, very good. You suddenly start shouting these new orders. I like that.
Yes, so 400 stay behind.
So we will split the dwarves to there as well.
And then we'll pull back immediately as long as we've got their attention.
Run away!
And
okay.
we'll hold the front of the line, and then we'll break and let them hit the ones right behind us. And then we'll wrap round them and see what happens.
Very good.
You do like your split parties, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Split the parties, split the armies, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay.
Nice.
Right, so
If
would
they had
you...
spears, I'd be a lot happier.
if they had spears, yes. Would you please roll a d20?
Hammers good against skeletons.
Oh, that was a 5.
Ow. Well, it's early days, you know, it's early days. These things take time.
You're getting warmed up, that's all.
Yeah.
Get him to do a few star jumps.
Limber.
Yeah.
Right, roll a d8 if you please.
I do, please. Please be a 1.
Jesus wept.
It's really early days. Great stuff. Wonderful. Brilliant.
I'm just rubbing the sleep from my eyes.
Yes, apparently
That
that's
800 is going.
sleep. Right, so your spectacular. Oh my God. Excuse me.
Let us look at the centaurs.
Right, so you rolled a 7, a 5.
I rolled a 5 with the d20.
Yes,
I
and
then
you rolled
followed up
one.
with a spectacular 1. We're
Fantastic.
playing Call of Cthulhu rules, of course.
Yes, so you roll a 5 and a 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. You have done 5 damage.
5 centaurs down. Right?
Yes, 5 of the 14 of the 4,000.
Okay, then.
The dwarves are cheered. Huzzah! Great stuff. Right, the dwarves.
Oh dear God.
Have engaged with the undead, as the undead have only 1 battalion. The rest are not moving. Has engaged. Okay, Georgie.
Oi!
What are you doing?
What you do, like? So she's
The tent flap has been unceremoniously closed in front of you.
You need to. Where you're the ones you want. Stop beating up a poor old man. Look at him. It's pathetic. Do you think that's all you can do? Is beat up a little old man? Come on, let us in and have a proper chat. We're the ones you want. Look, we're tied up anyway. That's how you like people, don't you? Submissive.
Kink shame the Shadow Lord.
Ooh. Somebody likes to be kink shamed. That's another kink. No.
Moving swiftly along.
That's a different channel.
That's a whole different channel, and it's onlyfans.com/
How to be a great.
Moving even swifter along. We have we have a random roll just to change the subject, and so Fasac,
The
who
spank roll.
was.
Change the topic back.
I'm going to start taking coins away. I don't know what I'm going to do. So you are trying to goad Fasac into coming out. Fasac does not immediately decapitate you.
That's helpful.
Indeed, he does step out of the tent.
Beat the shit out of that guy.
For a moment. As he's leaving, he turns to you and he says, I will have your secrets one way or another.
I will not respond. Too bloody tired.
As he steps out, he looks at you, he looks at you, he looks at Morning Run.
Early jog. Yeah.
And simply says, where are the items?
Well, you're going to have to do us a bit of a deal if you want to get hold of them, aren't you?
Execute them.
As if.
Go.
He says
fight,
to the
kill.
centaurs.
He says to the centaurs. And then the centaurs do not act, except they hand your weapons over to you, because they don't know what the plan is at this point.
I mean, it's not my go, so I can't.
That's right. So yes. So you are now armed. You
Yeah.
have managed to get Fasac out of the tent. The undead army now get to attack the dwarves.
Yeah, but there's only 3,995 of them. We're fine.
Oh, you see, that's how you roll. See, that's a 12.
A lot of dead dwarves in your conscience, sunshine.
Yeah. I mean, oh no!
What is 12 times 7 is 84, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
That's a tenth.
84 dwarves get mown down in this massacre.
Phase 1 of my plan is...
Well, 8 phases is happening. 84 down as you about face and start pulling back, and this is obviously from your initial charge of about 400 people. Right, that's the undead. Durin.
Doran takes his mace from Morning Run, and I turn to him and say,
Treachery.
follow the plan, Morning Run. And I turn to Fasac and say very quickly, you know what I hate about you, Fasac? Everything. And I cast silence, and I move forward to engage Fasac.
Oh, you cast silence.
Right here.
All right, silence is 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
The two of you get this very weird effect that happens when you step into an anechoic chamber. Suddenly, there is no sound. and your movement where there should be sound, there just is no sound. It's very discombobulating. More so if you are a spellcaster. So you cast silence, you step forward, you are prepared to engage.
Prepared to engage.
Godfrey, the world goes from a ringing to sudden silence.
So if you're around, I could really use some help. Is there anybody in the tent?
This
with
is
me?
mental,
This
I'm
is
assuming.
mental. Yeah.
No, there isn't anyone in the tent with you at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and get the best I can of my
You're gonna try and-
bonds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's literally.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Okay. Sleight of hand, no problem. Disadvantage, you say?
Yes, sir.
That'll be a 6.
A 6. Wow. The centaurs are really good at knots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, you do not escape your buttons.
Any response from Saul?
Saul is there. Saul will appear.
Okay.
Because you mentally can command him into existence, right?
Yeah. Bonus action, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Get me out of these bonds. Pick at the bonds. With your 6 strength or whatever it is.
I think that's optimistic. At a 6. But sure. So Saul will sort of climb
Start
over
gnawing.
you bat-like
Yeah.
and head down to the ropes and will start gnawing on them. He does 1 damage.
It's a bat.
I
don't know,
think he
it's-
does 1. I think that's like the D&D minimum, and that might just very well be if you eat him. The rope's got 6 hit points.
Okay.
So if he's doing 1, the rope's on 5.
Okay.
Assuming he's doing 1. I'm sure chat will go, no, a bat doesn't do 1, it does 1d4 minus 8. And you're like, what?
I'll tell you now.
The bat is secretly a weaver. That's Godfrey. The centaurs. Centaurs are charging around. And they are coming around this way. And so the centaurs are about to join the battle. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Back to the top of the round. Every.
Let's keep doing that while retreating towards the doors to our reinforcements and
Fantastic.
hopefully not die in the process.
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, come on, baby.
What you do?
It's another 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Exactly
It's another
the same.
5.
Yes.
Roll high.
Come on. He hasn't done it again, has he?
I've done it exactly the same way.
Jesus. Exactly
wept
the same
bitter
too.
tears of pain.
Oh!
The undead, for the grand loss of 13, are terrified. However,
Oh, God.
you, sir, have split your army. Therefore, you get to make a second attack from the walls. This is only a d6 multiplier, but it is still a d20.
Exactly as I foretold.
What you get? You roll above a
I rolled an
single-
8 that time.
Still not above
Sweet
single
Jesus
digits. Okay, we're
So
getting
it's a
there.
D6 for
Uh-huh.
the 4.
4 times 8 is
32.
better than I was going to do. I was going to go 24. All right, 32. Great. Look at that.
Yay! Huzzah!
45 undead taken out.
No problem. No problem. I'm not worried.
That's because you're not there. That's why you're not worried.
What about those elves we communicated with a while back? I don't
Oh,
know.
listen.
Oh, you mean the elves on the other side of the merfolk? Yeah. Georgie.
With flail in hand and emboldened by the silence spell, Georgie is going to go into a rage, and I rolled an 8, which is hot from the oven. A bolt of light shoots from her chest. Another creature of her choice that she can see within 30 feet has to succeed on a con saving throw, please. Or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of my next turn.
Oh, you dancer. Come on now. Come on now.
Con of 12.
That's 14. My DC is 14.
Blinded Fasac.
So Fasac is, absolutely the target.
You can't hear,
So
you can't
blinded,
see.
Blind and deaf.
blind and death, and that's 3 points of radiant damage.
3 points of okay.
And I can use this effect as
Every
a bonus
time, on the bonus
action on each turn. This
Come
is
on now. Go to town on this guy.
So
Oh.
with that's some of them are really bad. This one is really good.
The best one, yeah.
So, as I've blinded him, I am going to go with a raging swing of my flail.
If he's blind, you get
Your
advantage.
advantage.
And I get advantage.
Crit that bitch.
Good. Okay, that is 14 plus 8, so 22 to hit.
Brilliant, that's a hit.
Okie dokie. 8. Oh, well. 1 plus 5 plus 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 8 points of damage on my first one.
Might recommend a different dice tray.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. That's broken.
Maybe this
That
one's
thing's
got
broken.
bad.
It is broken.
Just free ball it. That's the way I do it.
All right. Free
What the-
balling all over the table.
This was a family-friendly show once.
Oh,
15 plus 8 to
Yes,
hit.
it's a hit.
I
And
think it's all majority.
wait, what was it?
Yeah.
It is better. Oh.
Better.
Oh no, 5.
Better.
5 plus 5. 12 points of damage.
Very nice, 24. Beautiful.
And as I moved in to smash him up, I'm just also going to take a little step away because he can't see me or hear me. So I'm assuming he can't get an opportunity attack. So yeah, so I'm going to get myself back away so other people can get in and get at him.
yeah.
Very nice.
I think we actually missed our centaurs, didn't we?
No, they moved.
And what about our centaurs with us? We have morning
Your
run.
6.
Yeah.
They're trying to
7.
convince the others to join.
Okay. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
7. You're quite right. They're trying to convince the others.
Okay, okay.
You didn't tell them to attack Fasac. You said convince.
Yeah, no, I said to morning run, go and convince. But
Yes,
I said
everybody
the plan
else.
was to go and jump on Fasac at the beginning and try and.
You are quite right.
overwhelm
I
them.
forgot that part of the
Yeah.
plan. Centaurs didn't, because the dice don't like me. So you are quite right. Quite correct. I will resolve that when we
Okay.
get there.
Okay.
Remind me again. Right, Fasac acts, and all that Fasac does is he's now swirling. You have blinded him, which is weird considering what he is. And he sort of spins and seems to grow slightly. And so there are 6 centaurs who are about to get a double attack against him. Yourself and yourself. So that's 8 in total. Choose a number
To be.
between 1 and 8.
5.
5.
No, you can't choose the same number.
Can't be her.
4.
This beam of pure dark energy just bursts straight out of his outstretched hand at a centaur standing next to you.
Poor guys.
Oh!
Oh no.
Oh! Well, that's lucky.
Does he have a disadvantage?
For you.
No. The beam. Well, this is a centaur saving throw.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's good. That's good.
So it's very good. The centaur saves his damage. 1, 2, 3.
How many dice he got there? That's a lot of dice, man.
It's quite a lot.
Can you hear by the jangle?
Yes. But they're quite low. Well, yeah, I mean, that one's not too low. So that's 10, 20.
Looking at my hit points.
So the centaur, one of your 6 centaurs, passes his saving throw and only takes a meager 42 points of damage.
Jesus fuck.
As this black beam, you see this black beam splash over the centaur, and the centaur's skin starts to sag and age as he seems to be hyper accelerating through the years. But he stands fast, and as the beam washes away, the skin seems to move back to where it should be. So the centaur is saved against being turned into an undead. Yeah, so that was fun. He does it again.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
but you guys are fine. Still sticking to 4 and 5?
Yeah.
7.
Okay. The meat shield's doing the job.
That centaur, literally, you watch as the flesh just burns off of their bones, and they are immediately disintegrated, turned into an undead.
Yeah.
Who
That's a
baby.
lot of damage.
Yeah.
He did say he turns them into undead.
Yes.
And I'm misspelling this because there's not enough room on the card before anyone shouts at me. You know what I mean.
That's pretty good. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a centaur.
It's a centaur.
Yes. Welcome to my centaur.
Under center.
Welcome to my
not.
centaur. He's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That was Fasac, who is still blinded, but he's no longer blinded because it ends at the end of his turn or at the end of your turn.
End of until the start of my next turn.
Start of your next turn. Brilliant. All right, undead army against the dwarves. Another 12. Look at that. But you are now protected by a wall, are you not?
Yes.
So you are halving their damage. That's good. 12 times 2, 24. 12 dwarves drop.
It's pretty good.
That's all right.
I mean, considering 84 last time,
Yeah.
this is a significant improvement. 96 dwarves down so far.
96. Oh.
96
Holding
of
the
800,
wall.
my lord.
96 dwarves on the wall.
96 souls on your conscience.
Oh. Right, Doran, the magnificent.
I'm going to present my holy symbol,
Uh-huh.
and without saying anything, because I don't need to, I will just hold it, and from me, this twilight darkness, semi-darkness will emanate from around me, and I have a twilight sanctuary up. So everyone around me will now get 10 temporary hit points at the start of their turns.
At the start of their turn.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. That's your action. You doing anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Very good. Gottfried the Bound.
What I'm going to do essentially is look through Saul's eyes,
Sure. You see knots.
mage hand, to try and help him untie the knot.
Ah! Fantastic. That takes your action, but you are now free.
Are you in silence?
Probably. Well, I don't know.
Yes.
Mage hand?
Oh,
Aren't you casting through the bat?
yeah.
But you
well,
still need
no,
to say the spell.
If I'm silenced, I can't do it anyway.
Yeah, you are silenced, unfortunately.
Okay. So I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yes, you will be quiet.
So what I'll do, since I'm in the silence and I have a sense of where he is, I'm going to, on my chair, hop
Yes.
towards
Brilliant.
the edge of the silence.
Acrobatics.
Stop making me make attacks.
I'm
rolls,
sorry.
dude.
I mean,
11?
intellectually, 11
Yeah,
is
it's not-
fine. You hop towards the tent flap.
Yeah. Well, towards the edge of the silence, whatever.
Oh,
wherever I
towards
think that
away
is.
from it. Away from it.
Yes, because I want to get out of the silence so I can do this mage hand.
That's
shit.
fair.
All
That's
those
fair.
calisthenics Avery led you through.
Yeah, yeah.
It's finally paying off.
It's 20 feet. It's not a huge
20 feet, it's not that big. All right, I'm going to say that by the end of this round, you get outside of the... as you hop once, you hop again into the sound of battle and dying dwarves.
Okay, okay. So then I'll start that. That'll be next round.
Lovely. Perfect. Right, the Centaur army. They managed to engage with the undead. You get to make another roll, since you are the general.
There we go.
D20.
A good one.
I'm not using your
Nat
tray.
20.
No, let's
and I'm
get-
using fresh dice.
Fresh
floor.
dice, and you get a whopper.
18!
Oh, thank goodness.
Like
Someone
it.
get a calculator ready. Or not, depending on how much damage you're rolling.
Multiplied by the
A
D8.
D10 for centaurs.
Are you... Stop doing that!
Please tell me it's not a 1.
It's a 1.
How? How is this possible?
We took the tray
Statistically,
away.
you should have rolled something different by now.
Hang on, I'm just putting it into the calculator. It's still 18.
I think
18. I mean,
Stop it.
Or
Do it. Do it.
do it.
channel your Palpatine.
Yes.
Do it.
63 undead down. The morale in the undead group is still very, very neutral. They seem fine. Right.
Our
so
centaurs.
Your centaurs get to attack, and they get to attack for the previous round as well. So there were 7 of them. 6 of them, because morning
Yes,
run
morning
was
runs.
busy trying to
Wait
convince the
for a
others.
run.
Yeah. All right. So 6 attacks against Fasac. They have +7, so I'm looking for 13s. The first 2, one is a miss, and the other one's a double hit. So let's just keep hits going. Yeah.
Okay.
So second 2 both miss. Thirds both miss. That was the first round. Second round. Now there's only 5 of them. 1 hit.
Yep.
Ah, lads.
And last one.
Oh my.
Whoa. Great. The centaurs are not brilliant. So
Useless equine bastards.
that's what the dwarves are currently shouting.
Useless equine bastards.
And what are they shouting back? You know?
Right, so you can go ahead and roll me 3d10 plus 7 on each of those, plus 5 on each of those rolls.
1,
So it's base of 15.
3, 12, 22 plus 15. 37.
37 damage. You see those numbers?
Do that, will you?
I hang my hat in shame.
Oh dear.
Try rolling in the hat.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Try rolling that.
roll. Yeah. 37 on
Will
one.
be eternally cocked, however.
Nice. Fasac is still looking smoky.
Totally fine, yeah.
Smoky.
Smoking.
Smoking. That takes us to the undead centaur, who is now going to attack. We're going to stick with that 8 value, you being a 4 and you being a 5, as to who the undead attacks. Nope, going after its companion. Some centaur on centaur action. And, that is going to hit its companion. And so 1d10 plus 5. I'm looking for my dice, and they're here. I got it. Thank you. 1, 6. See, my dice are taking on your dice.
I should just roll for everyone.
All right, we'll sit back and
Let's watch that back.
I'm going to get our coffee.
You just carry on rolling and playing and talking and doing other. All right, that is that. Avery, at the top of the round, what are you doing, my lord?
I will be using my inspiring presence
Yes.
to roll a lot better. Come on, Army!
now, come
on,
on.
come
We've really got to do better than this.
Come on now.
20!
Oh, brilliant.
okay.
The
You roll
dwarves
a 1,
rally.
I'm going to go over there.
A D8 for the dwarves on the ground.
Hey, does it make any difference that the dwarves are using hammers against... Are they skeletal?
No, sorry.
No, it's a D8. Yeah.
Quite right.
I thought maybe the bludgeoning.
Come
Not
on!
that complicated.
5!
Okay.
5 times 20.
100.
100 undead suddenly drop, and the value shifts for the first time in the battle, still to the undead, but a lot of them have gone down. Now you get to roll that d20 again and do a d6 for your dwarves on the wall.
I don't want to say it was a 2.
A 2. Well, I mean, you could get 12. Of course, we're all expecting you to get a 1.
6!
Oh, 12. There we go. All right. Well, slowly,
Whittle.
slowly. Isn't this thrilling?
I'm going to be here a while.
Like the amount of sleep I lost in this week leading up to today, so it is thrilling.
Have you ever tried to shoot it through a skeleton?
It's problematic. It is problematic. All right. Is that what you've done for the dwarves? Is that you done?
Rallying! Come on! Better! Fight harder!
Like it.
Yeah, okay.
Georgie.
Okie dokie. I'm going to use my bonus action for hop from the oven again. So please try and succeed on a con saving throw, Fasac.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so you are blinded once more. I'm going to come in with my attacks and my flyer.
Ooh, 2.
Yeah, the 18. Well, that will definitely hit. So, damage. Boop boop. 3 plus 5 plus 2. 10. More smash hits. 17 plus 8, that hits, yes. And it keeps on looking like an 8 from there. It's another 3. Same again, 10 again.
And your radiant damage?
Oh, my radiant damage. Oh, yes, that was a d6. Boop, boop.
I'm hoping he's vulnerable.
2.
to this,
2 radiant damage, all the rest bludgeoning.
He really doesn't like the radiant damage. The rest of the stuff that you're beating him down with, he doesn't care about.
Because I'm swinging my flail around,
Yes.
as it kind of swings around, and I kind of almost drag it back. I'd
Yes.
love to be trying to, at the same time as damaging, to be trying to pull that cloak off as well, because I want to see what's going under that freaky stuff.
Interesting.
Next time.
Okay, thank you.
Fasac. Well, now there are 6 centaurs plus the 2 of you. How does the maths work out?
No,
exactly?
5.
5 centaurs.
5 centaurs plus the
One
2 of you,
on
which
down.
is 8. So yes, if he rolls an 8, he has hit one of his own.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you sticking with 4 and 5?
Sure.
Statistically, those are the
I'm
most
going-
likely numbers for him to actually roll.
I'm going
just
for
by the way.
3 now.
A 3
1.
and a 1. And the work of the GM is complete. Convince them to change. Give me a Constitution saving throw, and dear
can we-
God, please save it.
I can't use my inspiration though.
Of course you can.
10 temporary hit points.
Oh, I've got 10 temporary hit
You can always
points,
use
of
your
course I have.
inspiration. You want me to roll it again? I'll roll it again.
No, I'm going to try. So I'm rolling a
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it
yeah.
a good one.
Use the inspiration if you fail
Constitution
this.
saving. Yeah. 11 plus 6. That's 17.
17, try again. And it's not going to cut the
Oh,
mustard.
that's not going to cut the mustard. There you go. There's my
Thank
inspiration.
you.
Come on.
He is a big boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
no.
Thank
you
you.
might need it in a minute.
Yes!
Okay, 18 plus
Nice.
6.
That's better. You pass and do not immediately turn into an undead.
Yay! I don't want to do that.
God, imagine if you
I would look really cool as a zombie though.
You would.
Oh my goodness. 1, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15 damage off of 6d10.
Wow! You lie
15
bastard.
damage. And what type of damage is this?
This is necrotic.
Okay.
So it's only 5, isn't it? 'Cause
No.
10 temporary and then into the...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get those 10 next round.
Oh,
don't you?
plus...
Yeah.
What
Wow.
damage you
I mean,
say?
that was
Necrotic?
very
Necrotic.
Very lucky. He fires again.
Go on.
2.
Okay.
One of the centaurs next to you gets vaporized, turned into an undead. Just these blasts of black magic swirling around you as Fasac is writhing around in the silence spell. The undead army, unfortunately, now get to attack your dwarvies. That's an 11. But your dwarves are on the walls. So this is half damage. 11 times 2 is 22, so you take 11 dwarves lost there. Very nice. Very nice.
Better.
I mean, it's better than it's been before. 96 plus 11 is 105, 115, 105. 115. 115 dwarves down. Your front line has nearly completely have been reduced to half. The undead army against the centaurs. This is a straight up battle going on here. Oh, my turn to roll a 1.
Yay!
13 centaurs get taken out by 4,000 undead centaurs.
Or just a
Alright.
contingent, yeah, not 4,000.
It is just a contingent.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the undead. Doran.
Doran saw rather than heard the sizzle of Georgie's radiant damage as it struck this shadow beast. So Doran is going to slowly step back a few steps out of the silence. Suddenly, this cacophony of battle.
You will get attacks of opportunity if you're moving.
You can try it.
All right. 2 undead centaurs strike out at you. They're not blinded. Here we go. 17. No, 17's not going to hit you at all.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, they're both Smiths.
Plus 20.
Both.
And I'm going to do a Sacred Flame on top of Fasac. So Dex 14, please.
Fasac's dex is a fail.
Nice.
So
Hurt him,
2d8
please.
radiant damage.
Very
Mark
nice.
those. Make
That
sure.
is what you're looking for, my lord.
Yeah, 13 points of radiant damage.
13, very nice. That 13. Wait a minute. 13 is 26. Carry the 1 is. Oh yes. Don't know how to add 11. 13. So that's yes.
Bloody.
No, but his robes are shredded in that. So now you see that he is just this column of black, swirling smoke. But at the very center of it, there looks to be like this very thin little stick figure.
Ooh.
Long arms and long fingers and things.
Interesting.
That's what it looks like.
That's
Okay,
right.
great.
That was Doran and Gottfried, the free.
I'm free.
Got free.
Okay. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I want to basically circle around so that I can see the fight. If that's possible, the fight that's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going through the tent flap?
No,
Because that's
no,
going
I
to
want
require you
to.
to go
So
back to silence.
basically, I
You
want to
have
go out under the tent and circle around so I'm at a distance.
All right, that will take you your action, but yes,
That's
by
what
the
I'll
end
do.
of it, you are freed. You have crawled out of the tent, and you are seeing this battle happening in silence.
And what I'll do is I'll get Saul to fly and hover very close to Fasac.
Okay, the two of you see this little bat come. Does he continue to exist in a silence spell? He's not maintained by thought or anything. Yeah.
That wouldn't affect him. He can't make any noise, but
Yes.
squeaking isn't.
Centaurs, make your attack.
Well, here's the thing that I
Uh-oh.
really want them to do.
Uh-huh.
Is as they see a step within the walls, they sweep up and engage these from the rear who are fully committed to
But they're
battling
engaged
us.
with the undead there.
Well, they'll have to split again.
Will you stop doing that?
It's the smart thing to do.
Very well.
Hit them from behind, from the sides, when they're not expecting it.
What is it with you and splitting?
They
These are-
split.
They call me the banana, but not for reason appropriate to this table.
Aren't you glad that this episode is overrunning? This is what happens when you get more than an hour. Right, make your attack for Centaur split number 1.
What was it?
D20.
20, 18.
Nice.
Oh.
Roll a d10 and then halve it.
How do you halve 3?
Well, no, it's 3 times 18, which is 40.
27.
3
Three
times.
times 18.
54 divided by 2 is 27.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
he's way ahead of us here.
This
Okay,
guy.
27.
This guy, huh?
This guy. And then you can do that again.
Of the captain.
27, you say? 2.
I just want to eliminate the ones in front of us.
Get in there.
8. 4.
32.
Halved. 16.
16.
Very nice.
Come on.
208. Nearly at 10%. Nearly.
Not really.
No, not really.
No, well, like less than 5%.
Less, way less. Yeah, yeah,
Just over
Yeah.
5%.
yeah. The dwarves are trying to show him support.
Yeah.
That's the
To
centaurs.
my mind, we're a little further back along the flush of the wall and they're hitting them.
Yes, you can do that. You can move them back.
These guys?
No,
No, no,
the
no.
first two, those two discs, yes.
yeah.
And Avery is in the wall as well.
Just on top, yeah.
Just on top. Lovely. The undead that are nearby, one is attacking you, because there's now 2 of them. First attack for you. Complete miss. Attack for you. Hits.
Hits.
And you take 15 points of piercing damage.
Okie dokie.
You're raging there, right?
I am
So that's
raging.
7.
Thank you.
And start of the new round, which means you get 10 hit. Back to you, Avery.
I will shout words of encouragement as we fight forwards.
Oh, great.
Make them bleed for... Wait, they don't bleed. Shatter them for every step they take with your city. Do not let them take any more. No more pebbles from your walls. No more cobbles from your floors. You will shatter them as they take every step. Make each dwarf count.
And they're all like,
Because the 100 and so of them.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a performance with advantage or persuasion with advantage, your choice.
Not my roll.
Oh, 19 plus 7, I think. So 26.
26. 26 is fantastic. You encourage 26 dwarves to come back.
From
Not from dead. These are 26 that are joining. Yes, it's half, so 13. So 102 now. From the wounded and the injured will step up and help fight. Right, roll for your dwarves,
every
please.
little helps.
Every little bit helps. The dwarves on the ground.
Fuck, darky dark.
not so great.
No, 3.
They're all busy listening to your speech, that's the problem. Roll a d8. You might get to 24.
But they hear your speech and go, we're not the ones rolling.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, well, 6. I'm just going to not write that down until you roll for the archers on the walls.
Okay.
Take it. I
Take
mean,
it,
wherever
take
the
it.
hell it is. 13 is 10 times better than anything you've done so far. And a d6.
D6.
13 times?
2.
Oh, great. 26 plus your
32.
other 6, 32. Look at that. Okay, get in there. 32.
At least we've got
Yeah,
one sort
250.
of block focusing on this block now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people came back to the fray. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Georgie.
Yeah. So I can see this kind of stick being within, can't I now? So I'm going to once again, hot from the oven. In my head it is just like, full of like, kapow from my chest. So radiant damage.
Hails again.
Hail. Oh, and that is 6 points of radiant damage that time.
Nice.
Yay! And with it, like, and really like aiming for the stick figure as much as possible now. There's kind of get through the wisp, and she's going to, seeing that it's a more specific body. Can I just change weapons?
No.
No, okay, fine then.
I mean, you can drop the one and draw the other.
Nah, flail in it.
Oh,
natural 20!
20!
Yes! So that is...
2d8 plus 7.
What do I do? Both the D8?
both of them.
3
She doesn't have
and
brutal.
2.
Brutal.
5 plus 5. That's 12 points of damage for that
What's your
one.
rage
Nice.
bonus?
That is including my rage
okay,
bonus,
cool.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Idea.
really aiming for that stick figure.
Off it goes.
Forgive me, Bob.
That's not the word. That's
Just don't split it, there we
18
go.
to hit. No, fair enough.
No.
All right, you swing, you swipe, you do your damage. Fasac's turn. Now there are but 6, right?
Yeah, I've already done that. I did.
Are we down to 6 yet? 2 centaurs are down.
Yep.
6
No,
there.
we're down to
Four-
4.
Four centaurs on our
And
side.
2 of you is 6.
Oh, yes.
So
We
6.
pardon.
3.
Oh. I'm going back to 5.
6.
Nice.
Wow,
Wow,
he stands. He
Good boy.
stands. He stands.
Are they getting their temp?
Yeah. I mean, they're my allies, so yeah.
6. I mean, he's standing, but that doesn't mean he's going to survive.
No.
Dude.
Yeah. Again, these dice. 2, 4, 6, 12. Okay, 22, 27 points of damage to the centaur. And there are only 4 centaurs left. So is it the one that was wounded already? Was it the same unlucky bugger? A 1 in 4 chance, and that is a 4. So it's the same one. So he's down.
Oh, no.
So you're down
He's
to
not
3.
undead?
He's not undead. He's just dead. He's dead. Okay, that's Fasac's first attack. Fasac's second attack. Again, a 6 will be a random unless you want to change your numbers.
I can't remember what I did. I was 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were 3, I was 5. Let's stay.
All right, a 6 is a Fasac ally. 4! You two are the luckiest little folk I have seen in a while. He's throwing out disintegration rays, and you are just avoiding them. The centaur that it hits, however, does. Okay. Oh, no, I don't think he survives this one.
Oh, no.
9, 18. 49 points of damage. He is still alive, but barely.
10 temp HP as well.
Oh, he's got 10 temporary HP, so he's not too bad.
Yeah.
49 sets 39. Okay, great stuff. The undead army. Undead army against the dwarf centaur. So I will split half and half for this attack. 10 times 5 is 50. So 25, 25. Dwarves are having fun.
Just keep splitting, Scott. Just keep
Mathematically, I'm sure someone's worked out that my system is very flawed. But you know what?
You've heard of Zeno's paradox,
I
haven't you?
don't care. Now the undead against your centaur half army. 3. That's what we want. That's what we want. 3s are good. And a 3 over here, so 9. Very low roll from the undead army over there. They'll be unhappy with that. Hope to get that score up in a bit. 44. No, this was 9, right? So 47. Centaurs not having taken as much of a loss as the dwarves, but then they did join later in the fight. At least that's what the dwarves will say. Jordan.
I want to do 2 things. Quickly look around and see if Morning Run has made any progress.
Morning Run has prevented the living centaurs from engaging at all.
Okay.
They are in a heated debate.
Heated debate.
God.
Okay, perfect.
And you understand why, looking around very quickly, the centaurs are going, but our armies are decimating the dwarves. We are so close to victory. Why should we now turn on our,
Okay, so Morning Run
So
has his hands
he's-
full.
Can they
Yeah.
not see the
Basically.
centaurs engaging the undead?
They can, but at the same time, traitors.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like the undead army is losing.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second thing is can I mean, this disintegration ray is firing, Fasac is firing it willy-nilly. Do I get the notion that basically the silence is not doing anything, in the sense that...
Oh, you think it's preventing all sorts of things from happening in terms of, give me an insight check.
Insight is good. 21.
Fasac, well, Fasac doesn't seem too concerned at this moment in time, but you can see that every time he's attacking, he's trying to find the edge of the zone of silence. He's not retreating per se, but he is moving around, and it looks as if, initially anyway, he was trying to shout something, then he realized it's zone of silence.
Okay. So I probably
Keep it
keep
up,
it up
yeah.
as opposed to doing a moonbeam, which is radiant damage. That's where I was going with that one. So
Up to you.
I will keep doing a Sacred Flame. So get
Well,
Dex...
you can still do the moonbeam.
No, I can't. It's
Oh,
concentration.
concentration.
Mm.
Shut me up.
Dex 14, please.
Nope.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
8 plus 4, 12.
Nice,
So
nice,
24 points of radiant damage coming your way, Mr. Fasac.
He is definitely not looking good.
I'm going to nod at Gottfried. Welcome back. Quick, do something.
Do something dramatic.
Godfrey goes.
Godfrey. Yeah.
Right, I've only got one.
You're not in the zone of silence. I still can't hear you.
I'm going to try something really sketchy.
Come on.
Yes.
Super
As
sketchy.
opposed to everything else.
There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try something really sketchy again. So what I'm going to do. So I have the ability to change the damage type of my spells
Nice.
to something else that's in my spellbook.
In your spell.
Now, of course, none of those are radiant.
Right.
But I want to telepathically ping this guy, who's sacred flaming like a son of a bitch. And I've also seen him do it many, many times. I want to try and understand the metaphysical logic of sacred flame such that I change my magic missile damage into radiant damage.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
That's generous.
Doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware that this is bullshit. So that's 23.
The cold realization of this is the radiant damage is probably divine.
Yeah.
So changing arcane
Yeah, to divine's too
to
much of an
divine.
ask.
Well, it's not even. Well, the Crepuscularium might prove something's different, but in this moment, you would have to pray, and a god would have to give you some power.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
I throw you a reliquary.
Throw me a crucifix.
Yeah.
The power of Jesus. No, I shall simply turn it to fire.
You will simply turn into fire.
Sorry, no, I will turn the magic missile damage into fire.
Magic
Because I can do
missile
that.
damage into
because
fire.
that's- I have
Lovely.
burning hands
All
and
right.
everything. My last first level slot, ladies and gentlemen. My last spell before I'm
Your-
down to bullshit cantrips.
Yeah.
So, you know.
These fiery little orbs sail
Quills
towards
on
Fasac.
fire.
Quills of fire.
quills on fire. So 5, 7, 10 points of fire damage.
10 points of fire damage.
Does that seem to hurt him as much as the radiant? Or
No.
No. Shit bats. All right.
That is Godfried. Centaur's attack.
Which on which?
Again halved. So you're rolling, basically rolling 2d20, but don't roll them at the same time because you need to roll multipliers.
17.
Oh, very nice. And then roll your d10.
Roll a 10.
8.
8.
17 times 8 will have to be
136.
136.
Divided by 2. 68.
68.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. The magic.
Very nice.
Oh,
318. Very nice.
Graphic this episode.
Second one.
The nerves.
I would also ask 5 of them to attend upon me personally, but that will come later.
Well, you want a cup of tea?
Sorry, I'm just trying to work out.
Oh, piss and balls and all that. That was a 1 from the d20, followed by a 3.
Oh!
So 3.
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2.
One dude.
Just leave it.
If you want to round it up to 2.
No, I just don't want to write it down. It's embarrassing. that undead centaur tripped and impaled himself upon a spear that had been absolutely dropped by one of your centaurs last week. Right, so that's that. We've got 2 undeads, that one attacking you, one attacking you. 1 for Doran. 7, 19. Right. 1 for you. 18. Oh, no, 16.
Yes.
16 is ahead?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's still ahead.
He's still ahead.
But you got your temporary hit points, right?
I got my temporary hit points, so...
Oh, 15.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I can handle that.
Whittling everything is a whittle. I'm going to call this episode Whittle.
Just a little bit of trouble.
Just a whittle bit. All right, top of the round, Avery.
The trebuchets and the explosives, ammunitions within. Was there one left that was
I think
untouched?
there was one loaded. But
The
that was
trebuchet itself on the hill.
I don't care for the trebuchet. I care for the if there were any. I don't remember if there were any surviving.
No, on the
Battles.
dwarvish, on the dwarvish battlements. And
Yeah.
things?
Well, no. The
here or in the camp?
yeah. Wasn't there one set of ammunition left unexploded?
No, not on the trebuchet on the hill. That was all obliterated.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. No, that's fine. That was an idea. I was going to ride, fetch it, and,
Ride through the army of reserve undead that are not yet engaged. Semantics.
Semantics.
No, not actually at all.
Because I could always, kill something living to get a ghost to go and explode it for me.
This is true, but there's nothing on that hill, unfortunately.
No, which is fine.
I mean, yeah.
No. For this round, I'll just keep hitting them.
Very well. Dwarves at the front, make your attack.
Yes.
D20 and a D8.
7.
Times.
That's 8, yeah. Times 7.
Oh, very nice.
49.
49. And then dwarves on the wall. Fire.
12. D6, yeah?
Yes.
6.
36.
So 36 plus 24. So 50.
50. That's a nice round number, isn't it?
Better than 1.
No, 60. Sorry, 50.
Yes, so the undead have now lost 369 of their number.
Way!
Out of
We got there.
4,000.
Out of 4,000, yes.
The odds aren't great.
No,
Yeah.
The maths is starting to maths.
I think there's important battles happening all over the field.
There's lots of things going on. Right, so that's the dwarves done. Georgie.
Georgie,
Hot
come on,
from the
Georgie.
oven! Do
Oh,
a
yes.
con save for me.
15.
Oh, mine's a 14, so he does save
Yes,
on that. He
I'm
can
finally
see.
not blind. Now I can,
That is very bad news.
But
that
he
is bad news.
can see me angrily swinging my flail at him and his little stick body.
Oh,
Oh.
apparently when he could see you, now who can't hit him?
Ooh, that sent a shiver down my spine. But let's try again. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, yes.
Another crit.
Lovely. So I roll my d8 twice, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8 plus 4, 12, plus 5, 17. Plus another 2 from a rage damage, so that's 19 points of damage.
Very nice.
Bludgeoning though.
Yeah, there is that little chestnut.
Not raging.
No.
I try to think really hard about how as I stare him in the eyes.
Yeah. Sadly, he is now going to hit you with a beam because he can now see you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Extraordinarily bad.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
And we'll be back
7.
next week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's about as bad as it could possibly be.
Don't hate me. I need the viewers. Actually, we're an hour and a half into the session, so we need to stop because otherwise you're going to have weeks without content. So, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up. Right, just before we jump into... Well, no, let's jump straight into it. Favourite moment is number 17, which is Greece.
Me? I'm just impressed at how well you're keeping track of so much. My favourite moment is this. It's just so much. So yeah, kudos because it's.
Hopefully it's fun.
Yeah.
I like blinding the baddie.
Oh
mean,
my
yeah.
goodness, that was such a lucky thing.
That was so lucky, and that's the
think we
first
all
time
did.
I've rolled that one on my wild magic, so
Yeah.
I was delighted.
Honestly, I think that changed the battle.
Really.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because if he could
Well,
choose
yeah.
his target,
You'd already
by
you'd already
now
be dead.
you would have faced 6 of those death
Yeah.
rays.
And we've
Yeah.
managed to avoid
Yeah.
those really well. So yeah.
Up until now.
Up
the
until
fact-
now, that was a lovely.
Georgie the
that was
zombie.
so
There's that. I
funny.
mean, there's also, you know, you've locked the armies down with what you had. Whether they'll live or not, that's a whole different story. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.